Hey, I'm back, YouTubers, End-Time Watchman. I want to talk to you for a few minutes on a subject. A lot of videos are going out about preparing and getting your storable food and ammunition and, a good source of water that's not full of fluoride and, maybe beefing up your home for defense and just list goes on and on. I've not named it all, but for the sake of time, because I don't get but 10 minutes on these videos and I wind up having to make 7 or 8 different parts, and I'm going to try to refrain from doing that. People get bored if I don't just keep it to the meat and potatoes of the issue. But having said that, preparing for what's coming, is it right or wrong? Is it right or wrong to prepare? Okay. Now, is it right or wrong to take a bath if you get nasty? Is it right or wrong to, if your car's running out of fuel, to fill it back up the tank? Is it right or wrong to, if you see a train coming and your children are playing on the tracks, is it right or wrong to go and grab them off of that train track before that train obliterates them? Is it right or wrong to want the best and the protection for your wife or husband that you love, and for your kids, and even for your pet, or whether it's a cat or a dog or whatever? Is it right or wrong? Is it right or wrong to want that protection? All these things I'm asking you there is to want that. See, you can become dumbed down, and I don't mean any disrespect when I say this, but you can become ignorant to what is going on, and that is one of the major strategies. Is they want you to be ignorant. Okay, they want you to be dumbed down. They want you sitting down in a chair in your living room or wherever you are, and they want you watching TV and focusing on American Idol, a football game, a car race, even a hunting show, and the list goes on and on. And they don't want you sitting there in peace and quiet and thinking, well, you know what? I may need to get this or do that. They don't want you to do that, see, because they want to see you starve to death. They want to see you destroyed, you see. And I have to go back and tell you again, as I have in near about every one of my videos, I have to base the knowledge on what I prep, not on what the mass media says. Although I listen every now and then to see just how stupid they are, okay? But I have to base the videos that I make on the facts that I know that are in the Bible, and the things that I see with my own 2 eyes that are taking place and transpiring in different areas across this nation and this globe. Okay? So, having said that, preparing for what's coming, right or wrong. Okay? Let's take the subject and issue of food. Okay? I went to the grocery store to get some different things earlier. My kids love to make smoothies. They may come a day when I can't go get it, but while I can, I go get them. They like to take plain yogurt and organic berries and stuff, mix it all up, and make them a good, a good smoothie to drink, which I think is healthy for you and good for you. But I was there and I happened to see some sardines the ingredients is sardines and water, okay? And the product goes out in 2000 and end of 2011. And I thought to myself, it might not be a bad idea, JIC, just in case, to get a few of these up, and they were on sale for 89 cents a can. I thought, well, I don't know how many of my kids, I know my 4-year-old will eat them, but I don't know who else would eat them. But at the same time, I said it'll be starving if you get in a bind, or you got to get out of here in a hurry and can't come back for a few days, and you can't get to your kit. Let's just say worst case scenario that you had to eat them. Some in the toolbox of your truck or in a bag behind your seat wouldn't be bad that you just take them sometimes open. If you had to eat them with your fingers or a pocket knife, you just eat them and they'll get you by. And there's not a bunch of stuff and poison in there to kill you. Although too much fish and wrong air is filled with mercury, I know that, so don't send me that about the fish. I know all about that. But having said that, let me get to the point. I was there at the cash register checking out with my organic stuff and the bananas and the apples and all of that stuff, and there was a guy behind me, and I bought me I think it was 30 cans of sardines. And the guy said, I'm glad I don't like sardines. I said, well, I ain't crazy about them. I said, but by God, they'd beat starving to death if you got in a bind. He said, well, I'll just stick with a candy bar. And by the way, he wasn't buying any candy bars. And the lady at the cash register, she's probably 60-year-old. She said, I ain't crazy about them neither. I said, but this guy's got a pretty good idea to beat starving. Say you're getting if you maybe living north, you're getting a blizzard, and and your car's stuck in the middle of the night and you can't get out of there and somebody don't find you. Let's just say you go off a ravine. Or you know, and I'm not trying to curse anybody, but let's just say something happens and you're not found for 2 or 3 days, and you got some sardines to eat, and you've got some bottled water, you know. And I know some of it's bad for you, a lot of it is, but let's just say it's survival time. You know, what would be wrong with learning to like the sardines until you could get back to where you could get something to eat? And I'm just making one scenario that could be many, but you know, he turned his nose up because I was buying the sardines, and I get that a lot. If I have to go to town, I'm gonna make it worth my while, because I'm gonna go find me some bulk item that I see that I didn't have, and I'm gonna get that item after I look at the date on it, make sure the can's not bent, and because what happens is the coating in the can, when it gets bent, it will release that metal, them toxins out of that metal. See, and you don't want to buy canned food that's bent. That's just a little tidbit I throw out there, but. Everywhere I go, it seems to me that 95%, if not 98% of the people are walking around with us in Costco, grocery store, like zombies. And I don't mean any disrespect to people that are obese, but they're like zombies. They're overweight, and they got these dadgums Twinkie snack cakes and all that. They don't have anything as far as survival goes, and maybe they've already got it, and maybe I'm misjudging, and God help me if I am, but it just seems to me that nobody knows what's going on, and everybody's walking around with a sad look on their face. I got news for you. I put a lot of videos out, and I got a lot of passion about me and an anger at what is happening to our country and to the globe in general, to mankind, and it just pisses me off. So if I got an anger and a passion about that, it doesn't make me be an angry person or a bitter person. I mean, my God, I have fun all the time. Look here, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I made a phone call to a buddy of mine that owns a radio station yesterday, and he wanted to know what the biggest event that happened all year was, and I called in and changed my voice, and you know, and he was laughing in the studio and asked me to come by there, and so I did. But in any event, what I'm saying is, you know, there was a lot of people laughed about that yesterday that might have been having a bad morning, but once they heard that, they thought, man, life ain't so bad. And really, we should lighten up and enjoy life with our family, with our children, with your friends if you have any. You know, lighten up and enjoy it. You know, have a little fun. And this is the end of 08, and we're going into 09, hopefully, God willing, tomorrow. And, you know, I just want to make these videos to let you know that get prepared, get ready, but be of good cheer. We will overcome this, and we will be victorious. And like Sherry said, I listened to something she said a while ago, and whether we live or die through this, if we do what's right, we have still won. Do you see what I'm saying? So preparing is not wrong. Having your kits, having your safety kits, having your guns, having your ammo, having your pantry, and then having another pantry over yonder, then having a food supply that you keep replenished and restocked with tomato sauce, with green beans, with corn, and all that. All your essentials that, let's just pre-adventure that, by gosh, you could not get to that grocery store. Your kids don't have to look at you, my friend, and I'm talking to the men for a minute. Your wife and kids, because the man's supposed to be the breadwinner, your wife and kids don't have to look at you and say, what a miserable failure. They probably won't say it to you. They'll probably just say it to themselves, you see. And they'll keep it inside, but they'll say, why did he not listen to that cowboy hat wearing, bearded, ugly redneck? See? You don't want them to have to say that. You don't even want to have to bring my ugly mug up in the conversation because you want to be prepared, you see. You're not doing anything wrong by preparing. Number one, you buying a hedge against inflation, my friend, because when you take the cold hard cash down there and you buy that food today or tomorrow, see, I saved money because I bought up in the summer and been buying and rotating. I saved a ton of money. I can go for 2 years and not buy another friggin' nothing to eat, and me and my family can live, okay? If I had to, I could do it. And in that meantime, I've got the skills to hunt and to fish and all that. And I'm just telling you, it's not a bad idea to prepare. Okay, I'm going to have to do a part 2. Y'all don't leave me today. Last day of the year, you get to look at this old